So then he was talking about... Okay, I'll get to the food. So then he was showing me Pepsi, like the Pepsi logo with the red and the blue. And then he said fructose corn syrup. Then I saw apple slices, and he said Applegate. And then I saw the Apple icon for like the iPhone, the Mac. And then I heard Coca-Cola Corp. And then I heard Frito-Lay's, Godiva, like the Godiva chocolates. And then I seen like the Frito-Lay's tortilla chips. I have no idea why. Just keep that in mind. Godiva, like the Godiva chocolates. Godiva, like the Godiva chocolates.
According to this new study right here, which recently came out of Consumer Reports, many of the chocolate brands that Americans buy from the supermarket, well, they contain high levels of toxic metals, including things like cadmium as well as lead. And these, by the way, are not some Chinese imported off-brand chocolates. Instead, these researchers were looking into some of the most popular brands throughout the country, the ones that are very likely in your cupboard right now. Things like Hershey's, Dove Chocolate, Trader Joe's, and so on and so forth. For instance, take the example of a very popular brand like Godiva's Signature Dark Chocolate. You can find it in many supermarket checkout aisles across the nation. And as you can see, the results from the laboratory analysis found that this particular brand had a stunning 146% lead.
Godiva, like the Godiva chocolates.
Now you might be asking yourself, 146% of what? Well, here's how the researchers described it in their paper. Quote, to determine the risk posed by the chocolates, we used California's maximum allowable dose for lead, which is 0.5 micrograms, and cadmium, 4.1 micrograms. We use those levels because there are no federal limits for the amount of lead and cadmium most foods can contain, and our scientists believe that California's levels are the most protective available. Shown are the percentages of the maximum allowable dose level supplied in an ounce of each chocolate. And so then, if we go back to that picture of Godiva's chocolate, we see that 1 ounce of it contained 146% of the maximum allowable dose level for lead in the state of California. Then if we do the math, if we actually crunch the numbers, that means that an ounce of Godiva contains 0.73 micrograms of lead, which is really, you can say, giant problem for two very distinct reasons. The first is that an ounce of chocolate is not really that much. Up on your screen is what an ounce of chocolate actually looks like. And so an entire chocolate bar can contain anywhere from 3 to 5 times that much. And second of all, according to the FDA, as much as you can trust them, the daily safe limit for a child is 2.2 micrograms of lead per day, meaning that eating a bar of chocolate puts the child at their daily limit of lead. That's of course not even considering any other food that they eat or anything else in their environment.